G'day guys, welcome to the first round of the PSP Jetsprinting Championship in New Zealand. I jumped in my little camper van yesterday, so I dropped off some engine blocks on the way down, ended up picking up some more crap, but my goal for the weekend was actually to have some time off and come watch some jet sprinting. I'm not working on any teams this year, but I've wired some boats through head racing engines, and it's nice to come along and actually spectate and see some racing for a change. I'm going to try and get some footage of some different boats, talk to a few people, sort of show you what jet sprinting's about, and hopefully see show a bit of coverage on the water. That's okay.
That's the ugly sisters. What's happening here? What's happening?
Yeah, he's just backed off a wee bit, don't know. Did he get caught some weed or something? Yeah, hands gone up. Trouble.
It's 12 o'clock, is it? 11. Oh, fucking hell. A couple of minutes ago.
No, you're allowed to drink as long as you're not wearing your overalls.
Yes.
I'm with Ross. Ross, I was actually watching you run, and I heard the noise.
Yes.
Engine builders here. What's happened?
We heard the noise too, actually, and it's meant to be straight.
Your pushrod's got alternative sexual preferences?
It has. Yes, it's very droopy at the moment.
Right.
You turn around the other way,
But
it's very exciting.
But I think it won't last up that long.
No.
Way for long. It'll just cool down.
So, the plan going forward, you don't have a pushrod.
No,
You're not sure what's going on inside the head.
not too sure. So we'll go home at some stage, pull it down, and get ready for Whanganui.
But right now it's overalls off with beer in hand.
It will be very soon.
Yes. And I also noticed the whole team, not Amanda of course, but you and your boy are both sporting new facial attire.
Yeah, we actually have a cat run away, so it just keeps growing. And Amanda actually had a shave this morning.
You're slitting the team down, Amanda.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Quite handy to have an engine builder so close by, with Tim getting in there and just dealing to it.
Yeah, I think he bent it actually.
I don't think he did.
Fudge.
You're not comfortable just slamming another one in, Tim?
What's that? No, it's not my engine, so my call would be let's have a look and see what's
Yeah,
gone
let's
wrong.
see if a valve's hit something. And
Yeah, it's cheaper to pull the plug now and have a beer
Yeah.
and put another push rod in and then be crying in the beer later on. So.
And not one that you've put together, so there's a bit of professional courtesy that goes on, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, enjoy your viewing.
we will.
guys doing under there? Why are you under there with a sander? You've got a problem? It's always interesting at jet sprinting, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
You weren't looking too bad out there.
No, no.
So what happened? Why are you under there with the grinder now?
There's a crack in the front. It's got quite a lot of bog in there.
Yeah.
And it's all just going to peel off. And as soon as the front comes apart, it loses a lot of its handling. So we've got to fix it. So we'll just sit the next qualifier out and hopefully patch it up and we'll be back into it.
The bog's going on. At the track, bog repairs, hoping it goes off hard enough in the time you've got.
Exactly.
Wicked. That's jet sprinting. But you're out there.
Sprinter, yes.
All the best. Hopefully you get through it.
Thank you.
Well, what's going to be the finishing time for the day?
I don't even know what time we've done. Where are we at?
Group A's are low, like 54s. The super boats haven't really cranked it up yet.
Have they?
Nah. Just cruising the mid to high 50s still.
So I'd be predicting high 52s maybe. Something like that, yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
I reckon we'll see. Come here, Joey. Have a good one.
What am I?
He's doing a great job today. Keeping the boat smooth, keeping it in the water.
Yeah, I mean, all you're thinking about is your crayfish you're going to get after this meeting if he finishes, so you know. Yeah, come on.
Oh, he's backed off. Why is he backed off?
Oh, he just heard me say that he needs to get crayfish, so yeah, I think that's the issue. No, something gone amiss there. He's heading straight back to the ramp, so something terribly wrong.
It's for sale. I'll give you all the money in my wallet. Right now. That's the gamble you're going to take. Here was Sam from the PSP team. When did you pick the boat up?
Thursday afternoon, about 2:30 it was. So
And the engine had just been
pretty much.
Pretty much.
They had it. They took the boat on Monday. I think Monday night or Tuesday morning. Got it all fired up. Everything was sweet. Yeah.
And so this not tested. It's got some new bits in it.
Yeah.
I noticed your first run. You were just cruising.
Yeah.
Really take it easy. Did you turn the wick up on number 2?
A little bit on number 2. I felt real confident in its capabilities, obviously with the new unit and the little tweaks that we've made, obviously untested. But goal 1 we feathered it around. When it comes to goal 2 I was a little bit more confident, so we gave it a bit more of a squeeze, and there's still plenty more in it, and it's hooked up fit, so we're stoked.
What's going to be the figure for the end of the day? What's that winning run? What number on the in the super boat?
I'd like to think of 46
Yeah, I think that would be pretty
will do
heavy.
it.
46.
46 will definitely do it.
And you're pretty confident it's going to be down there?
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Like what I've seen from Glenn just before when he ripped out a 50, knocked about almost about a second off mine. You can tell that it's rapid, but there's still plenty in it. So I think
rotation, and then Jono had a little
we'll see at the end of the day. We'll see how the confidence goes.
I think the biggest thing today is this wind.
Yeah.
You know, the wind's fair blowing. It's going to be a spray coming up, hitting faces. That's going to read that right?
Yeah, the huge contributing factor to that. We got dusted with a bit of spray in that last run, so obviously if the wind dies down a little bit, hopefully fingers crossed, then we can push it a bit more and not have to worry about that factor. So
I think again, and being there at the finish.
yeah.
That's going to get to the end.
And then we can give it even.
Yeah, mate. All the best. Have a good one.
Cheers, man.
Mate.
Right on.
Talking to Hayley in the lunch break, and she said I knew we were going fast because my face was sticking to my helmet. So there was definitely going fast. And of course, got married in the off season. So yeah, 2 heads in the boat this year. As they come past. It sure does. He always backs off going up there. Is that being serious? Is it the place to make up some time up there? That's right.
Funny commentators making lots of noise, talking over us.
He's on his way.
What did you just do?
Hey Millie, you've done a fantastic job. I'm going to let you go back to doing your filming
50,
now, you're
I hear?
going to do some analysis, right? You're going to have to talk later through what she was
No, that
doing,
was the
right?
last run though, wasn't it? Yeah. Number 2 was a 50, because your first one, did you use any throttle? You like putted around? Sweet, it was just cruising nice. You just did a 50. What's going to be the end of the day? What's the number? 46. 46 flat? Maybe not. Be a 46. And the 46 somewhere there.
These boats become so quick.
He's not happy. He's backed off considerably. All he wants to do is just go through the motions. Yeah, that's very deceiving, that big spray of water. You think that something's happened, but
It's too serious. We really want to see this boat out at the end of the day.
we sure do.
Can't be too serious when he's completing the time. It was serious,
Yeah.
you go straight back to it.
Exactly. You want to just, yeah.
So I'm with
Great looking boat, isn't it?
multiple
Good
world
graphics.
championship winning Peter Cowie right here.
Not bad for
Now,
the
if you
second
watch my
boat, isn't
Oxbow
it?
video, he's also the man that built those 4-seater sprint boats. Peter, how many world championships do you name?
7 of them apparently, but you're only as good as your last
I've just
one.
had some results handed to me.
And of course, you're producing multiple hulls and boats that are out there today.
Yeah, that's really where it's at now. That's how we're getting the kicks. So yeah, helping new clients, existing clients get more out of their boats. It's good, you know. All that ongoing development. We're quite fortunate that I get to see a lot of data, you know, and Motec data and that sort of thing, and coming through, so we can sort of build a picture as to, you know, what the performance gains are. You see Ollie out there today. He's in the new GFX Sprint. He only just released that today, and a new jet as well. So there was a bit of a project that came about with COVID. They lock you down, and you've got to do something to keep yourself sane. So yeah, we're just keeping an eye on that and see how it shapes up against these other quick boys, and plenty of guys in Superboat out there doing it.
That's right. That's one of yours there.
Yeah. It's the old 575. Seems looking pretty good.
It's quite interesting because it's also got your old navigator in the boat.
Yes, now, yeah.
Your navigator's followed your engine.
Yep. No turbos on the side of that.
48.37.
Vacuum cleaners for cleaning carpet, Colin.
Thumbs up and give us to the guys in the tent.
So we've got,
we're okay in here. Far out, man.
I've asked
it's huge.
Glenn what the number was for today, and I've asked Sam what the winning run is for today. What's the number on it?
What'd they say?
That would be cheating, wouldn't it, if I told you that?
I have the same reply, and I always have, I think, through my career, and whatever it takes to win. If someone goes and does a 45, you've got to believe that you can do a 44. So you should never put a number on it, I believe. I never allow myself to. If someone can go out and do a 45, I'm going to try and do a 44. That's how it has to be.
Well, we'll see what numbers.
Don't build bridges around your mind, you know. build fences around your thinking. You know?
And maybe these young guys, they need to learn that, because they both gave me numbers.
That might work for them.
They both gave me a number, so we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it is. And was it much below 45?
No, both of them are 46s, I think. I have to double check on that. Glenn was a 46.
It'll be interesting. It's going to be good, certainly with this rotation. I mean, the track's beautifully set up. We've got a little bit more wind today than we could, than we'd like to have. But everyone's having a battle that, so it's the same deal.
That's right.
It's a great facility. This always produces good racing.
Another one of yours.
Yeah, it goes great, this boat. Scotty not really settling into it. So it's only a 500 small block, so certainly not a big motor. Makes good horsepower. It's just got the jet hooked up pretty good, as you can hear.
I think Scotty, he's out there every round. He may not be the fastest, but is he consistent? And when Nicole keeps him in line,
he's getting better and better all the time.
Absolutely.
He's a good guy to work with. He's a real thinker, Scotty. You get phone calls from him all hours of the day and night. And he's thinking it through and asking questions. That's a good thing.
That's awesome.
What's the time going to be? It's looking good.
Well, thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Enjoy the spectating. That's awesome.
You got tips?
Don't worry, with the rescue boat needs to be rescued.
Oh, they got the rescue boat. The Feeder racing team of Chris and Holly. If she runs at lunchtime, she's certainly going to be a little bit right at the end of the day coming around. They're chasing their best time of 53.18. Oh, I thought he was up on the bench. That's the sun glistens over the track now. That's what we've been looking for all day. Through the centre of the track in the zigzag part. Around the sweeper. Oh, this is a good run. Down past the corporates. Now watch for this part. Get out of there. They bumped off and then put the foot down. That's the way to get round there.
He's looking
Right.
slow coming out of the hole.
Yeah, we'll get there though.
Yeah.
Come round, what's the time going to be? Yeah, he's going to pick up at 53.319. Wow, that's a great time. Right, jumps out of the chute. Another father-daughter combo. Nice down the back of the track, the top of the track there.
Because they caught a pretty good
Oh,
bit.
he sure did. He sure did.
Doing a good job. Not too much going on from Claudia. I think Bevan's got the rotation nailed.
I woke up this morning and I poked my head out of my van to see this smiley face. He's a little bit of a character, and I may have to edit out any lewd comments that he makes.
Sorry, mate.
Supported by Link, New Zealand product. And hey, I'm trying to be Switzerland here. I'm neutral. I don't care what computers you run, whose hulls you're running, all that. It's about the jet sprints and getting out there. Now you're going awesome.
Yeah, I'm quite happy actually. It's today's coming together well. It's a real tight technical rotation, this one. And when we first went out there, she was an arm wrestle. Every corner combination felt like it was a real tussle.
Yeah, mate.
And then after that, we're just slowly starting to piece the bits and pieces together and put the combinations in the right order, you know. Yeah. So I'm pleased with how we're progressing. Who knows where we'll end up, but so far so good. Yeah.
It was neat to see as you've developed through the day too, because watching it, of course. Do you feel it's really fair having like half the size navigator to the normal everyone else? How old is your navigator?
Leela she's old enough to be our navigator, which is perfectly fine.
But how actually old is your navigator?
She's 14. She turns 15 in February. So yeah.
And it's really cool that we can actually involve family, because this is it really is. You look at many of the teams.
Yep.
It's families, there's kids.
That's right, yeah.
And that's really cool.
Yeah, so I bought this boat off Leela's mum. And so it's nice that Leela, who has been watching the boat for years and has been too young to be able to get in it, to finally have the chance to come. And she approached us and said, hey, I don't want to miss out on this. Let's have a turn. And I was more than happy to show her around. It's been real cool, actually.
Yeah, that's really cool. And yeah, mum's old boat.
Yep.
Okay, and actually on that, what engine are you running?
That's the L98.
So because you're Group B. Now explaining to people what Group B is, because you're gonna.
So Group B is a restricted class. You can you have to have a L98 or a limited lift 400 Chev. You've got constraints on the jet unit size. Has to be an 8 1/4 inch jet unit. There's a few tweaks and things you can do with the engines, but very few, and it's the engines have to be sealed before you can race, so that an engine builder has certified that he has built that engine to the specs and that it's a level playing field. So it's all about that even par, or the parity, which is the magic word. So you can choose a Chev, which you can tune with a little bit more power than the LS's.
Yeah.
But it comes with a 50 kilo payload because they're a cast iron block.
Yeah.
And the LS is an aluminium block. The main attraction for us with the LS is, you can plug these guys into it, and
shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Yeah. But you get more information. This is what we wanted. We're technically based people. We want to know everything at every second what's happening, and we don't want to guess. And so that was our main reason for choosing that format of engine and these guys.
And this, of course, is the class to feed the big boys.
Of course,
is the idea.
Yep.
And I really like the Group Bs. Like the concept of it, for me, I really, really like.
Yeah, dollars per smile is huge in Group B.
Well, you're always smiling.
Yeah.
You are probably the smiliest competitor we have here.
I've got a lot to laugh at.
Yeah.
I hang out with a lot of clowns.
Very rarely do I see your serious side, but every now and I do.
Yeah.
But And it's great to see you out there. Maybe not quite as good for the spectators because it doesn't quite have that sheer speed factor, but from a competitor point of view,
the superboats are brutal. They're the epitome of our sport. You know, I came out of navigating in a superboat, and every single time you hopped in, it was just an absolute adrenaline rush. We still get the rush, especially stepping from a navigator seat to a driver's one, but you haven't got that raw, on the edge power behind you that is just trying to destroy you every time you go out to the course. So there's horses for courses, and I certainly don't discredit going into Group B from a super, because we're just having so much fun. And say dollars per smiles, man, you know, if you run out of dollars and smiles in the super boats, there's nothing wrong with coming back to Group B, back to basics, and it is good tight racing.
And you can recycle old hulls and still be competitive.
Yeah, this was a superboat hull for sure. Yeah.
Yep. Recycling. It's great. Anyway,
Save the environment.
That's right.
One boat at a time.
That's right. Well, you have a great day out there. I'll be watching out. I'll try and get some footage of you around the track.
Good, mate.
Good, mate.
All the best.
Good one. Catch up.
Get the boat on the water, probably you need to navigate in the fire instead of sure you're going to have a plan. Speaking about having a plan, here goes show us your crack. And Donna as they bounce off that great recovery. That's not Donna saying that's the way to go. She'd say, what did you hit that for? She's telling us that's good. Yeah, look at that great swing when they come out of there, no problem at all. Round there, so I send it round, she says. Back through the difficult part of the track, the zigzag through the middle. Well, she knows what Faye does when she's not doing this. She stands on the side of a plane and does acrobats. Oh, no. An aerobatic athlete. Really? Yeah, so she is something she loves. Well, she doesn't even use it. Married to a guy who used to drive a sprint boat, a sprint car, and now a sprint boat, and she stands on the side of a plane wing, so, you know, no problem at all. We're going to hear on the water as they negotiate this part of the track. Yeah, didn't go anywhere near that side. They're back on track now. Right up track. The hand signal from our rotation people. Make a mistake there. Yeah, well I suppose starting to make cover. Well, that's still just got to get across the line, even over time. But that could work in their favour. So that's a 108.795. They were disappointed with that. Knew they went the wrong way, had to correct, and not a lot of discussion happening in the boat. Yeah.
So I'm with Sean Rice from Elite Kitchens. Sean, I was standing with Peter Cowie having a chat, and we were saying how well you were going, and what happened?
Pretty much, I had a bit of a brain fade, and I was looking at the wrong corner, and as soon as we went past the one I thought, and I've never been around that way all day, I just had to spin it out because I just didn't know the next corner. Probably as it turns out, you can actually drive around it. But probably not at the speed I was going.
Yeah, you were going quite quick. I missed it. I didn't catch it on film, unfortunately. Now you're running a Group A boat, aren't you?
Yes. Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about what a Group A boat is?
Well, to be honest, when I got into the class, I didn't actually do too much research. I just went straight into the most competitive one, I thought, because everyone's got it all limited with the engines and all that, so it's all driver ability. So that was really why I went there.
And you came from a racing background?
Yep, did Speedway for a few years, so yeah, did modifieds and saloon cars, mini sprints, and Yeah, sweet.
I actually caught up with Brendan from CSL, Biggin Speedway.
Yeah, yep.
Hope you get on, because it'll be bad. I don't care, the racing's meant to happen on the track.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now the other question, what's going to be the winning time for Group A's this afternoon?
I think, did Ollie do a 51? I think he did a 51, didn't he? Did he do one?
Cy Gibbons did a 50.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay. Oh, they'll get in the 49s then. Yeah,
You reckon you get 49?
Yeah, normally the Q4 is a good sign where you're going to be, and you might be able to take half a second off that. So you might get a high 49s. Who knows? Cy's he goes pretty hard.
He does very well. Well, all the best. You have a good run today.
Will do.
And hope you put your boat on back on the trailer at the end of the day.
That's the plan. Cool. Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Catch ya. Just a little love tap.
Fantastic. Here it comes. This is what I need. Fantastic. Right, so what's this round now? Put it up here.
Scotty, you were riding so well. What's up?
That's good, mate. That's just the right resistance.
We had a loose
So that one there's the next one, eh?
You hope it's just a loose tabbit?
Yeah. Same as the others, eh? You feel that tight?
Yeah, they are all quite tight. Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. Keep it tight, mate. Like. Yep. So that feels the same.
We'll catch you later, eh? See how you get on. Hopefully you get out there again.
Yeah.
Especially when it's so close. You got meant to have the home advantage. It's quite funny because I see these boats that I've wired And well, this one I did see beforehand. The other one I wide open was just a black boat. So it's just a black boat to me.
Yeah.
The day's going well?
It is, yeah.
Good times? You're still learning, aren't you?
Yeah, it's only second season, so got the second 54 in that last run. So
Yep. Good stuff.
happy with that.
Hopefully you don't go, just go better and better. You like the track?
Yeah, we've got a goal in the
Oh, look, good luck.
All right, here we go. Rick and James Flower Day, Team Flower Day Racing. They're out chasing that top time. Pace. Top 9. How's he going to go? Yeah, that's no problem, mate.
Yeah.
That's no problem. Gets around there, okay. Jazz says go this way, Dad. Down there. A nice blue glove so we can see him. No problem at all. As he comes back through the centre of the track. That's a good split time too, 24, just short of 24.
Is that a screamer, isn't it?
He is on a screamer. Round he comes, get down again. And then the Bickett's causing trouble. Oh, no problem at all for Team Flower Day on this occasion. As they loop round and come back towards the jelly ring. Nice wide berth, what's it going to be? Oh, great time, 51.423. That is
I'm with Reuben, who drives this boat behind me. And Reuben, it says V8 Jetsprints. What part of that don't you understand?
The V.
The V? Because all your cylinders are in a line.
Yeah.
And there's only 6 of them.
Yeah. And if you turn the 8 sideways, you have infinite. And we're trying to, we've got infinite horsepower here.
Infinite horsepower?
Yeah, so that's all right. I'm okay with the 8.
Tell us about what you've actually got.
It is a Toyota Supra 2JZ, stroke to 3.4 litres, with a fairly sizable turbo on it.
It's a dinner plate of a turbo.
Yeah, I call it that.
Way different out there in the sound.
Yep.
And how are you going today? I watched you with your tuner before, doing some adjustments.
Yeah, so put a little bit more boost in it, so hopefully it can go a bit quicker. We're doing alright, we're sort of middle of the field, I think.
Yeah, and of course it's super boats.
Yep.
So it's the big boys, so you...
Yeah, well we can hardly run a 6-cylinder in the restricted classes where they're restricted to a V8.
That's right. And your dad was a jet sprinter in the past. And you're coming on, how many seasons you've been racing?
This will be the second full season we're doing.
Yeah.
So we've done a season plus 3 races of another one.
So at the end of the day, you're doing pretty bloody well.
Doing right, I think.
Yeah. Hopefully you do well and try and keep it in the water. And good on you for showing that these American guys that the Japanese can cut it.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
That's right. Because I'm a Toyota man and I do Japanese.
Yeah.
Who's tuning this boat?
Gerald Turk at EFI and Turbo.
He's holding it all together. Because it's got a New Zealand product, a link on it too.
It does, yeah.
I talked to Jono, he did a shameless plug for link as well.
Yeah, well, they do some good shit. That computer's got all sorts of crazy stuff like accelerometers, anything you can want inside a GPU.
All the best, thank you.
Cheers.
We just found ourselves a new GoPro. Freebie. Dang. On which of your boats? How many boats?
Only 4.
Only 4. And actually, I've seen the frustration you had out there today. What happened?
Couldn't find my way around.
just
No,
took it
too
away.
wet and couldn't see actually.
And I think that's going to be a challenge for today, isn't it? Getting too wet, not being able to see.
No, it's fine now.
Yeah, the wind's dropped off a little bit.
The faster you go, you don't.
Go faster and go the right way.
Well, you can't go the right way and go fast when you don't know where you're going, so it's a contrary. You need to
know
get
where
the
you're
track
going
right,
before you go fast.
but when you go slow with wind like that, you get super wet, so you can't go fast until you know.
To tell the truth, that last run was pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, it was good to get the first one right, because I mean, as I say, it was a bit of a struggle getting around when you couldn't bloody see properly.
Yeah. You happy with the boat?
Yeah, that's a good package, it really is. Yeah, I mean, it's like any boat, you still got to drive at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. Time will tell.
Time will tell. I've worked with you a little bit on other bits and pieces and with the Motec. It's great to have Richard turn up, who supports his product as well that he sells in New Zealand.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's good that everyone works with everyone, you know. I mean, it's never too much trouble for someone to go and help someone out, and that's what's good about the sport, you know. I mean, I guess it's not like stock cars where everyone's smashing everyone up so they want to kill them, whereas here you're racing the clock, you know. Changes the dynamics of it.
And of course you're racing super boat, no limits.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And your wife is in the passenger seat and the navigator telling you where to go. How do you deal with that?
She doesn't tell me where to go, she just sits there. If you watch my wife, she doesn't put her hand up. I've always said if you don't know where you're going, you ain't got time to look at the hand and actually drive the track. So I've always tried to just do it myself, because you learn a lot more too. You know, you seem to pay attention to what's around you. You find little bearings and that.
Yeah.
Occasionally I might say to Ange, oh, flick me here because you've got 3 turns one way and one the other or something in the same spot. So subconscious sort of takes over. Next thing you might be where you shouldn't be.
Yeah. And the question I've been asking too is what's going to be the final number of the day? What's going to be the fastest time of the day?
It's probably, I would have said an early 45. You may hit a late 44, but I don't think it's got a lot more than that.
It's not really fair that I've been asking that question, because at the beginning of the day, you see, they were a little bit higher than that, but we've seen what people can do.
Yeah, but it depends on the wind too. If this wind gets up again like it is now, I mean that does change it a bit, because I mean you do get a lot of spray in your face, and I mean you're talking split seconds between where you've got to turn and where you may not turn.
Yep.
So
all the best.
Cheers.
Hold it together.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be rooting for you on the bank, going, seeing how to make sure that you get around the right way and get it to the end.
Thanks.
And put that boat on the trailer.
That's the plan. Have a day at the office.
Good one. Cheers, mate. PSP team. Tell us about this boat.
It's new. It's out of the Sprint factory. It's been labelled GFX. It's Cowie's latest and greatest for Group A. So yeah, it's on debut at Featherston here today.
How's it feeling?
Yeah, it's feeling good. I think it's feeling a whole lot different to what we sort of tested with it, just due to the wind that we're experiencing today. So right. That's sort of the main factor. If that settled down, then I think I'd get a bit more benefit out of it, but it is what it is, and everyone's the same.
Because you haven't had a lot of time in the water with it, then?
Nah, not a whole lot, eh?
Yeah. And it's a new jet unit as well?
Yeah, new jet unit, yeah.
The whole thing?
Yep. So motor's the same, but everything else is new. Yep.
Let's hope that it pulls it all together and you're there at the end.
Yep, it'll be there, man.
You're going to be there?
Yep, we'll be there. Yep.
Hold on to that number one. Show us why you've got a number one on your boat.
That's the plan, eh? That's what we're here to do.
You have a good one.
It's awesome.
Actually, what's going to be the final number?
I don't know. Depends if this wind fucking settles down or not, eh? So,
is it going to be a 49 for the Group A's?
No, what their last one was. So.
Into the top 9. We're going to do top 9, top 6, top 3. Glenn didn't have a good run last time, so we'll see what's something up with his boat. He was just psyching everybody out. Tricks there, we'll see what happens. He's got his data man coming over to have a look at some data right now. But the racing continues, I've got limited time. of in the Malfresh boat, managed to spin out at the after he'd posted a time. Sam's looking pretty cruisy at this stage. Scotty Donald looks like he's out for the day. Haven't caught up with him and had a chat. It's hard to keep up with all the classes and all the different people. But we're into the racing now. The real serious racing starts now after lunch.
I come around here and we sort of come back through. I went straight up the end. I knew I'd gone wrong, but I didn't know where I'd gone wrong, and I just couldn't pull together. Top 9, we had all the time in the world to correct it, but I just could not. Life me working with it.
Right.
I know now.
And a little bit lack of experience on your Navy's point to go.
It was brand new. He was brand new.
First time.
First time. I looked at him and it's my fault.
Thank you.
Can't blame the kid, can you?
No. It was a good day racing though. You know, it's a challenge. You had all those challenges. You still get to have a beer at the end of the day. And the boat's still in one piece.
Yeah, we'll give it another crack. Way to go.
What did you do to the boat on the off season?
Probably not a lot. I mean, we had a reasonable expense with new helmets and harness devices and all that sort of stuff, so we didn't do as much as we wanted on the boat. Yeah. Just got to clean up, tidy up and put it back out again.
No engine didn't come apart or anything?
No, engine was new last season, so...
And how many seasons did you get out of the Group B engine?
No, there might be a rotational error there. I thought there was because the time came up a little bit sooner than what he thought, so... That's going to be a DNF. It will be a DNF, we've been told.
The lunchtime curse.
We'll
So...
run 2 seasons pretty, especially small seasons. They've both been cut short to 5 rounds, aren't they? So we'll easily run a couple of seasons.
Oh well, that was good going. That was good racing.
Yeah,
it's good. It was actually a good rotation. I thought it was a bit busy initially, but once I got it sorted, which took me all day, it was good. Very much.
Well, I wish I got it sorted.
Catch you later.
of 52.512.
Best time of the day too. Put out in the last top 3.
That is the way to do
Can't
it.
ask for more than that, guys.
52.512. That is now the time to beat.
Yeah, that's it.
The Venom Racing Machine. We're racing. Absolutely. They're still sitting in the trailer. Crossing on their mind sorry, 53.122. Bryson Cowie Barrett still sitting there. Fast, but they have been the ones to beat all day. None other than this man here, of course, John O'Veary and Leela Berta. Good luck, Jono. It's all or nothing. Here we go. Wait for that green light. Concentration, come on. John Ferry, that means the local crew, as you can tell, Bryson Cowie Barrett, 52.512. Please show them your appreciation. Here he comes. He won't be going slow either. Hold on to that flag, girl. Let them hear the applause, folks. Give it up for them as they come past the line. Here's your Group B winners for the Featherston round. What a great day for the Monday Honda team. If he was in a supercar, he'd be doing donuts about now.
Yes, looks good, eh?
Yeah, what a great display.
That's a great result.
I like that.
But here they come, Sean and Faye Rice, the Elite Kitchens machine. They, like I said, they will leave nothing on the water. The Magnum 700 horsepower Sprint Tech G-Force hull with the 8.5 cubic inch a great time. A little bit slower than his last one.
But all his boats brand new, straight out of the box.
That's right. That's exactly correct, mate. Yep.
Yeah, hopefully, well, you know, don't you, that he's going to fine tune it, get it better, all the way to the end of the season.
Yep. We're going to check out Ollie Silverton's package for the last time, possibly today. Gets pushed off for one last time. Here we go, the time to beat to get the top step of the podium, 49.271. Cy Gibbon, Donna Candish. Ollie Silverton and Jess Sick, give them a wave, ladies and gentlemen. They're pretty used to doing this. The reigning world champion in the current 1NZ picks up round one. Featherston, PSP New Zealand Jetsprint Championship. What a fantastic display that was. They will chase it all day, those Chicos. But what a finish.
Yeah, great job from Ollie too, isn't it?
Cheers, man.
How fast is it going to be once you stored it?
Yeah, I don't know. Faster than that anyway.
It's got a brand new boat, and he's still thinks it's going to go a lot faster. It's going to be scary, isn't it?
So Rob and Ange Cowie will have a certain amount of time to get.
I reckon
you reckon he's stalling?
I reckon, yeah. He's waiting for the track to flatten out, water get right.
He went to pick up.
Make sure we've got full throttle, boys, because we're going to need it.
When that happened to Rob, your wife couldn't save you on that one. In fact, what happened?
Congratulations. Well, I have to go, but it's not looking good. It's making lots of funny noises.
Oh, mate.
Well, at least you got back. You got out.
Mate.
Yeah.
Scotty.
Yeah.
Scotty.
Stuff, Rob.
With,
that was unlucky. You only needed to make the start.
Oh, no.
Sam Newdick and Sharma Putranui have been pushed through and said, right, you guys get out there and see what you've got. They have posted the best time of 45.829.
Yeah. Hold on, guys.
So I got confused there with the last. Tiny, you did that last. That is now the time to beat. Checked. Out comes the head racing machine. Time to beat 45.671. Hold on to your tonsils, folks. This is going to get exhilarating.
It is.
Because he doesn't like to settle for second place either.
No, I reckon that 2 minutes is done on Rob too. It's not far away, so I would say this is it.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Here we go.
This is going to be smooth. He's been a little better. He's got better and better and better. As he gives it the commentator's curse, bounces around it upside down.
I don't think he's going to win.
No, let's just our attention.
In a strange place to actually come out of the water as well, coming into that top corner sweeper. It's almost like that boat dug in and then turned inwards on them. Hopefully they're all okay down there.
Absolutely. We'll just cast our attention to, they're still moving in there. Hayley looks to be getting the gloves off. Looks like she's okay. Moving around, there was a look at the size of the divot. If you just can't see it on the screen, there's a massive divot. That's both give them a round of applause, folks. They're both up and moving, and wow, that was a great display. Glenn Head and Hayley Head. He's a little bit ginger getting out of there, but no, I think he's okay. A real massive round of applause, folks, if you could show your appreciation to the rescue crew and all the volunteers that have been here today. An absolute outstanding day's racing for you. Bit of a disappointing end for Glenn and Hayley, and also for Rob and Ange. But look, they'll be back bigger and better at Whanganui. Here it comes. Your winner, Sam Newnick and Sharma in the passenger seat. Give it up for them, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for Team PSP.
I could I just say